ultimate year-round goal, right? I'm seeing a ton of content right now, reels and memes of people saying, oh, I tried to eat healthy, but then boom, Halloween, boom, Thanksgiving, boom, Christmas, boom, New Year's got in the way. And I think we talked on a podcast just a couple of weeks ago that those are only a couple of actual days in 3 months.
And Halloween, what are you, a child?
I mean, game's good.
I mean, grow up. Enjoy Thanksgiving dinner, enjoy Christmas dinner, and that's it.
Well, let's think about this, because again, like, this is about leadership.
Welcome to the Growth Drivers Podcast, the show where we break down the leadership frameworks, mindset shifts, and strategies that fuel entrepreneurial success, personal transformation, and business breakthroughs.
I'm Rachel Novak.
And I'm Mike Novak.
Let's dive in and start driving your growth. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Growth Drivers Podcast. We are going over today the leadership season that most people waste. This will be coming out in December, first or second week of December. And so we're going to kind of chat through each domain and how December separates drifters from leaders every single year. It kind of blows my mind a little bit how predictable this time of year is. Every year around Thanksgiving, the end of November, people start checking out. They start tapping out. They soften standards. They coast in their business. They stop tracking their habits. And then they act really shocked when January hits and they feel behind.
Yeah, meanwhile, obviously, the people that actually lead, they're doing the opposite, right? They're putting points on the board while everyone else is busy waiting for the new year or thinking about maybe what they're going to do when the new year comes.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just name this, because this window right here, and we've talked about this in years past, but this is like the highest leverage window of the entire year. Because when the entire world slows down, other people in your industry, in your business, in business in general kind of slow down, the discipline that you maintain in this season is what's going to stand out. Because everybody else is checking out. So if you're maintaining even micro commitments, your momentum is going to compound.
Right. And you don't really need to start a whole bunch of new projects or reinventing the wheel on what you're doing. You just need to be ruthlessly consistent on a couple of things in each domain.
Exactly. So we're going to kind of break this episode down a little bit. We're going to go through business, body balance, being, all the domains, and talk just a couple of points, 2-3 max points in each area as to how you can continue that momentum and kind of like almost give a stress test to some of the things that you do right now to lead yourself through this season and kickstart January 2026 on the right foot.
So if you want to avoid being one of those people who wakes up in January full of regret, well, grab your coffee, sit down, and let's jump into it.
Or your eggnog this time of year. All right, let's talk about business first. We like this time of year because we're going to call this the market share grab, right? A lot of real estate agents, a lot of mortgage pros, a lot of people in this industry kind of start checking out. I was telling a couple of people on our team, actually, there's this group that I'm a part of, a real estate agent group. There's dozens of them, but this one in particular, somebody posted in there this meme about how it's okay to not work. It's okay to take time. It's okay to ignore your phone. It's okay to do these things. And I was honestly kind of surprised. Like, I know the sentiment of like taking rest and taking time is important strategically, but now is not the time to be ignoring your phone. Now is not the time to be checking out of all your business stuff. Like, people are that check out early, like this time of year, they're not going to have anything come January. Leaders in this industry, leaders who continue to build good businesses year after year, they capitalize on this time of year. You gain ground and market share because others don't, because others are checking out.
Right. And for many agents and loan officers, 2025 has been a very, very tough year. And so I think we all believe 2026 is going to be a much better year as far as sales activity goes. But it's not going to change unless you start changing and implementing those adjustments right now. It's important to remember that real estate runs in really a 90-day cycle. And so the actions and the conversations you're having right now, that's going to be the paycheck in February and March for you. So if you're not doing those things, come February, March, if you don't have money coming in, go look back what you're doing in November, December.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And to that point, Q1 is built right now, right? Like your pipeline, your follow-up, your client care, like people that you're taking care of right now. Maybe you're nurturing people for Q1. Like those January, February, March numbers are determined right now. So the micro consistency that you need to continue and show in your business, those are going to beat whatever New Year's goals or new business plan or vision board that you're going to create, right? Even 60 to 90 minutes a day of follow-ups, of connection, of rapport building, like 60, 90 minutes a day will compound over the next couple of months. So that just doing that a couple times a week or daily during the week, that execution is significantly more powerful than waiting till January and hoping to drum up some stuff then.
The consistency is so massively undervalued, underestimated.
So in business and in all of them, I think there's going to be a common theme, which is cut out the noise, right? There's a lot of stuff going on, parties and get-togethers and all these things taking us away from the day-to-day. But I would highly recommend, like if you're spending maybe 30 minutes checking into your CRM a day, double down, go 60 minutes, go 90 minutes. And like Mike said before, this is not the time to start new projects. This is not the time to add in distractions, right? Like keep it simple. Calls, appointments, continuing to negotiate for clients that are currently under contract, working on your marketing, maybe reworking some of the action plans in your CRM if you're on a team and you create leverage for your agents. Work on these things right now so that January they're humming, they're running really well. You're not thinking about, I got to redo this at that point.
Please God, don't change CRMs in Q4.
Did we do that one year in Q4?
I don't think we did in Q4 ever.
Okay.
It's just such a distraction.
It totally is. Exactly. So simplify, simplify, simplify. Leaders in this market, in this time of year, get ahead with these micro consistencies, keeping things very simple, keeping it on the forefront. Okay. So that's business. Let's move on to body. Michael, you love this one, especially this time of year. I think the ultimate year-round goal, right? I'm seeing a ton of content right now, reels and memes of people saying, I tried to eat healthy, but then boom, Halloween, boom, Thanksgiving, boom, Christmas, boom, New Year's got in the way. And I think we talked on a podcast just a couple of weeks ago that those are only a couple of actual days in 3 months.
And Halloween, what are you, a child?
Yeah, I mean, candy's good.
Grow up. Enjoy Thanksgiving dinner, enjoy Christmas dinner, and that's it.
Well, let's think about this because again, this is about leadership and this is about what leaders do this time of year, and that keeping that discipline through the holidays. Like enjoy Thanksgiving for sure. We're going to have an extra meal or two, have some extra Hawaiian rolls, whatever it is, right? Enjoy that gravy and pumpkin pie. Do it, but then don't let that run into the entire weekend and now you're binging for 4 days, right? Maintaining discipline during the holidays is a leadership skill. It's a transferable skill that's going to transfer into every other domain. It's not just a fitness strategy. So when you train, when you're fueling properly, everything else in your life is going to continue to stay sharp. Mm-hmm. So it's really, really important. And as we all know, the second point, the body, right? Your fitness level, how you feel sets the tone for your energy and execution. So if you're wanting to continue to maintain those micro commitments in your business, but you feel like crap because you're full of pie and turkey and gravy for the next week and a half, you're going to be tired, you're going to be bloated, you're going to be inconsistent, which is a kind of a poor leadership decision.
They're going to have heavy brain fog.
Yes.
Feel lethargic, things like that.
Exactly. So if you take a day, okay, great. Now we can recover. Now we can go back to eting clean, eat on plan, maintain those.
I don't even think it's a day, it's a meal, right? To me,
Fair.
it's like at least at the level that we do things.
Sure.
It's kind of like a 2-hour window where, hey, eat whatever you want in those 2 hours. And I can eat a lot in 2 hours.
Yes, you can.
Talking like 4,000 to 6,000 calories. But when the 2 hours is up, that's it. It's right back to the next structured meal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think what it comes down to in the body domain, people use these Christmas parties or Thanksgiving parties or get-togethers as excuses to continue to eat like trash or to drink a ton of alcohol. And then they wonder why they don't feel good for the week after that, right? You don't have to be perfect through the holidays. We're not saying that. But you must have non-negotiables. So like you must have kind of rules for yourself for when you're going to parties. Like know ahead of time, eat beforehand so you don't gorge on crap when you're there, right? Eat a good meal beforehand. So maybe you just have one piece of charcuterie or, a couple of bites of a dessert or whatever. Again, not about perfection. Just have these rules when you're going out.
I think back to our bodybuilding shows this year, and on the second show, like we went out for burgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded so good. Like, I mean, I was just like salivating at the thought for like weeks about this burger. I looked at the menu probably 20 times, had it bookmarked on my phone, everything. I stacked on it.
Excited about it.
Right. And then I ate it and I felt like garbage.
Yep.
And not for like a day
like 4
or
days.
an hour, but like for like 4 or 5 days.
Like
I
we
had
didn't even sleep well.
This grease burger hangover. And so I think that to a less extreme degree, like we all build these meals up to be something so grandiose. But I think if you go off the rails, you can really feel bad for days.
Absolutely. Then it affects your sleep.
And yeah, you sleep crap, your digestion sucks. You feel very bad.
Yep, exactly. And, another part of this, again, with this leadership, like how you steward your body, your physical being models strength for friends and family, right? There may be crowds that you're going to get some flack or somebody's going to pitch you shit about not drinking alcohol or not eating, the crap that they're serving or whatever. But listen, at the end of the day, people respect somebody who have those non-negotiables. People respect somebody who like leads and sets a tone with how they steward their physical body. So just remember that going into these situations this year. All right. Next is balance. Now, this is this season of balance, right? We're hanging with family and our kids and our marriage, but I think that it's really important that we look at this again as a leader, right? Because a lot of people are going to be focusing on the gifts and the white elephant exchange and the friends and the business meetings or the business parties and company events and those kinds of things. But like you don't, as a leader, you don't want your family getting the leftovers of you this season, right? Like people put so much weight into the shopping and to the presents and all these material things, but your people, the people who care about you, even in your business, in your world, in your immediate household, they want your presence. They don't want a chaotic, distracted version of you. So really focusing on presence and quality of time when you're with your people is absolutely the leadership strategy to walk into this season with. And protecting your ecosystem, protecting your household, protecting your family's time by simplifying things, simplifying what you're going to do, having fewer commitments, saying, no thank you this year to a couple of those parties and yes to very select ones, having very clear boundaries and having intentional connection with your family, your kids, and your marriage are what are going to feel the most important and feel the best during this season. And as you and I have experienced often, we don't sacrifice our marriage during this season, during busy seasons. Like date night is still a non-negotiable, right? Your marriage shouldn't suffer because business is active or that's the time of year that there's a lot of people pulling for your time. And remember, as a leader, as a parent, as somebody who sets the tone for people in your world, especially your children, kids watch how we handle pressure. They watch how we handle this season of life every single year through the holidays. What do we prioritize? What do we talk about? How do we talk about it? How do we say yes, no? How do we set our boundaries and keep our non-negotiables? Are we continuing to stay in alignment and be the same person at home as we are out when we go out to parties and things, right? Their kids like to... They will subconsciously mirror your emotional regulation. They will watch how you react to things. They will watch how you handle things. And if you're chaotic and distracted and you're not present, they're not going to learn how to do that either. Right. So,
yeah, I think just like overall, like reducing expectations of yourself and maybe for your kids too, and shifting it from presence to presence, like the gift presence to presence, like physical presence.
Exactly.
And building memories, I think is very powerful.
Yeah, presence.
Because that's what the holidays are ultimately about, right? It's not about what you give or get. It's about that time you spend together.
That's exactly right. What did we do last night? We we brought our kids into the warrior system, right? We got them on the app now, and taught them how to stack yesterday. And we all stacked, spent 15 minutes stacking as a family, and then we all shared our stacks with each other. And 2 of our 3 kids literally stacked about the holiday season, about how it was their favorite because of the family time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, that was literally the top of their mind, what they chose to stack on. So again, it's just kind of another witness to say, like, this time of year, it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to put weight into the stuff and the material and the gifts and who to get what and when and plans. But remember to be present with your people during this season, okay? And being probably the most important, especially for you parents out there, and I want to say moms. Sorry, honey, but I want to say moms mostly, who are trying to build this magical time for their family and their kids, again, kind of based on material things or, and fun experiences, of course, which are positive as well. You still have to take care of you in this season, right? You still have to anchor your spirit and your mind and your connection with the higher power or divine self or whatever you want to call it. The stillness in this season, which is so distracted and so busy, is the leadership superpower that nobody thinks about, that nobody remembers.
What do they say in Bad Moms Christmas? If you haven't seen that, go watch it.
Yeah.
It's the mom is like, moms don't get joy, they give joy during Christmas.
Exactly, which is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like we are the givers of the joy. Yeah, it's like you sacrificed yourself during this entire season when all the kids and the husband people want is you to be happy. And yet we are sacrificing ourselves to try to make everybody else happy. So, I stacked on this yesterday, and it's about remembering to utilize and exercise gratitude, right? We're moving into tomorrow. We're recording this the day before Thanksgiving. And tomorrow is the day of thanks, the day that everybody stops and remembers what they're thankful for and grateful for, followed immediately by the biggest day of consumption of material items in the entire year. I've always thought that was ironic and weird, and I've never been a Black Friday person at all. But it's a good reminder that gratitude changes the perspective of the season, and to continue to exercise gratitude daily on a daily basis for what you have is going to really help you stay anchored in this season and remember what's really important. When it comes to what practices that you do, I think personally that, like, your spiritual practices, these mindful moments, journaling, praying, connecting, with your higher power, God, whatever you believe, those are going to carry significantly more weight for you as a person than whatever holiday obligations that you commit to. So reflection and journaling and prayer, these keep you aligned with who you are, who you want to be, so you don't get lost in the chaos of this season. Because we see a lot, like there's always like trying to plan family Christmas days or, with an extended family. It's like, okay, how do we coordinate with 27 people who all have jobs and kids and schedules? It's chaotic. It's distracting. So take care of yourself. Anchor your own spirit in this distracted season, because you don't want to feel that exhaustion at the end of this season. After Christmas is over and New Year's is over, it's like we have this spiritual hangover that I'm exhausted from all this. Now I need to get back to normal life. Maintain these things. Maintain these micro commitments in every domain, in business, in body, and balance, and being. And you won't feel that massive disconnection and loss or exhaustion nearly as much, right? That's kind of what the whole point of this is.
Yeah, and I think if you do this right and you follow a blueprint like this, you round the corner into the new year feeling whole, feeling fresh, like your business is in a good spot because you did the work, family's in a good spot because you spent the time, you're spiritually sound, and you don't feel like a fat ass because you didn't go off the rails.
Exactly.
You're not a resolutionist.
Exactly right. Well, that's it, guys. These are, again, our kind of suggestions in each domain to make sure that as a leader in your life, in your world, in your business, that you are not wasting this season and you're exercising these leadership skills in every single domain. So we'll see you next time.
Yep.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Growth Drivers.
If you found value in this conversation, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with a fellow entrepreneur.
For more insights, tools, and resources, visit us at thewarrioragent.com.
Keep pushing forward, keep leading with purpose, and we'll see you next time.